The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
Hey, and welcome to the Eagles Sports Network. I'm Caitlin Jones, standing here with head track and field coach David Needs. We're going to jump right in because we have a lot to cover, a very exciting last couple weeks for you, actually. You just came back from Nationals. You left with 3 All-American performances and a national champion. Can you just speak a little bit to how that feels as a coach, leaving an experience like that?
Sure. We had athletes that got better at the national championships, and the result was a national champion, All-Americans, because they were able to perform at that high level.
Absolutely. So talking about kind of continuing to improve throughout the season, you're just now releasing kind of the outdoor schedule, and we want to talk a little bit about that. A lot of those events I've seen that you all have been there before, but how do you put together that schedule as you head into outdoors so you all can continue to improve?
Well, much like indoor, we look for the best track, the best competition, the best weather. But in outdoor, that's hard to find sometimes, and in some cases, like, are we going to be there again? So we're running at Anderson this week because we know the conference championship's in Anderson. To look at somewhere like Lee or UT, or just because we know that there's going to be great competition at a place like that. To go to the Texas Relays because we know that there's going to be incredible competition and a chance to get better marks. But we won't take everybody. We'll just take a real small group.
Okay, that's what I was about to ask you, actually. So for the outdoor season, I know for the indoor season, you guys kind of pick and choose. You go on and off a week for athletes. Are you going to continue that through the outdoor season, give your athletes time to rest, or what's kind of the game plan there?
Sure. I mean, in outdoor, because you're starting to get closer to that peak, probably more like 2 weeks on and then a week off, 2 weeks on and then a week off. And so that's kind of where we are. We'll do a lot of split meets this year, which is something that we haven't done traditionally a lot of. But like we'll take half the team to Montreat and half the team to Lee, or half the team to UT and half the team to Lee, just because it fits what we need. And so we're going to kind of look at those, and we're going to kind of just see where the need is, where the performance needs to be better, and where we can maximize that performance from our athletes.
Awesome. So I know it might not feel like the beginning necessarily of a season. You're just now getting out of indoor, but heading into this first meet, let's talk about it a little bit. What's the mindset? What's the expectation?
Sure. I had somebody say, well, you're going to take a couple weeks off right into outdoors. There is no off in track. I mean, you literally, when you throw cross country in the mix, you go from the middle of August all the way to the start of June. So we're going to go to Anderson with most of our team. We're going to rest Maka a little bit. Going to let him do some relays, but not have him do individual races yet. He's earned the rest being a national champion. But we're going to break out Devon Moore, and Devon Moore is the most decorated All-American in Carson-Newman history, and all he had left was an outdoor season. And so he's anxious to kind of remind people that we have some fast people at Carson-Newman that maybe some have forgotten. And he had an injury-plagued season last year. So it's good for him. Even then, he still made first-team All-American in the relay. But to remind him in the individual events, and then, Sipo Boya, Matthew Blackman, just some people that we know, Shane Connell, that were national qualifiers, Cortavius Garrett, they're all going to participate this week. And then on the women's side, we really feel good about, where Ty Wilson finished up, in addition to Khadijah and Sade, and where they are. And we just feel like we've got a good group of young ladies and young men that really are excited about the outdoor season to start, because if you looked at who Carson-Newman was in indoor track or at outdoor track, traditionally we've been stronger in outdoor because our performance model is geared towards a June peak as opposed to a March peak or a February peak.
Awesome. Yeah, I remember actually talking to some of the athletes like Sade earlier, and she said, I just can't wait for outdoor. I can't wait for outdoor. Well, we want to just obviously congratulate you for the success so far, and we wish you the best of luck this weekend in kicking off your outdoor season.
Thank you.
Thank you all for tuning in to the Eagle Sports Network.